A newly elected county judge resigned abruptly. Just one problem: Judge William McLeod thought he'd had a pretty good first 2 months on the bench at Harris County Civil Court. So good. So, he did what aspiring justices do in that state: filed paperwork with the Texas Ethics Commission declaring his intentions and, for good measure, changed the heading on his website to reflect those new ambitions. "I want to make a difference across the state of Texas," he wrote. But instead of preparing a bid for another, higher office, McLeod is now scrambling to hang on to the one he already has, his judgeship threatened by a clause in the state constitution. McLeod had accidentally resigned. "I messed up," McLeod said in an interview with the Washington Post Wednesday. He said he hadn't, shortly after he declared, in early March, roughly 60 days after taking office. A friend and fellow judge warned him that he may have inadvertently invoked, which considers any declaration of candidacy for another office an automatic abdication of that official's current position. McLeod, realizing his error, removed from the references to his Supreme Court run and retracted his announcement, saying he'd rather finish his 4-year term as county judge. But the Harris County Attorney's Office informed McLeod that there was no going back. "It's our opinion that the facts as we understand them constitute an announcement of candidacy for another office," Robert Zord, the first assistant county attorney, told the Post. "And that triggers the law is supposed to discourage office holders from using their current positions as platforms to run for other offices, furthering their careers on the taxpayer's dime," Zord said. He couldn't remember. Zord's office gives legal advice to the Harris County Commissioners Court, the legislative body that will now decide whether it will replace McLeod or allow him to stay in office. "Under the Constitution, that's kind of my punishment," he said. Okay, the commission will discuss McLeod's fate at an April 9 meeting. 3 of the 5 members, a spokesman for Commissioner Jack Cagle, a Republican, said in an interview that Cagle would decide how to vote during the meeting, but added that he didn't know of any opposition that Commissioner Cagle has to Judge McLeod. But McLeod is still nervous. Anything could happen, he said. And he plans to argue at the meeting that he should be allowed to stay on and run in the 2020 special election. And, when he learned he'd have to fight to stay in office, McLeod began rallying the support of the voters who put him there in the first place, helping him win election in 2018 with nearly his backers organized. Some said cutting his tenure short would be like usurping the will of the people who elected him. "I can think of 647,502 reasons why Judge Bill McLeod needs to stay in that seat," wrote Monica Roberts, author of the blog, on Facebook. That was the number of. McLeod contends that the commissioner should regard his diverse constituency as an asset no potential replacement could match, a reason he should remain on the bench. "I definitely have the community behind me," he said, adding by way of example that Texans from all walks of life attended his swearing-in. There wasn't a single. However, some commenters were less willing to give McLeod a second chance. Responding to Rob, McLeod says he understands that argument. He's a lawman himself, but he said he's making a legal case that he should be allowed to stay. "I am not asking for anything special, I am just asking for the whole law to be considered," he said, referring to the holdover provision. "The experience," McLeod said, "has humbled him." "County judge? Oh, no sir," he said. "I think we've already read more."